Well, good evening, folks. We are into berry picking season here out in the country. And what is ripening right now, as you can see, are the wild black raspberries. These are the earlier of the two varieties that we do have here. If you look right in there, I think those greenish ones, those are blackberries. Yeah, they're kind of growing in here together in this jungle. But they ripen a little bit later in the summer. But right now, I've hacked a section open here so you can see them, and I've done some picking in here already. But they are now at the stage of being ripe. Now, of course, if you've never done this before, one of the things that you learn, if you look here, yes, blackberry vines have thorns on them. And they have all different kinds of miserable ones to deal with. So one of the things that I've decided to do, or tried to do, is to protect myself. I took an old pair of leather gloves, cut the fingertips off. That way I still have the dexterity to reach in and pick the berries, but I can shove my hand into the bush without getting my my palm of my hand, my back of my hand, my wrist, my thumb all torn up. The leather offers some protection from the thorns. So that's what's worked for us. My wife has a pair of these fancy looking things too. These were like $5 at the local store. So I just, they're cheap. So just chop the tips off with the scissors, and I've got instant blackberry picking gloves. The other thing too that I've found here, where they're growing so thick with other weeds, it's hard to find them sometimes. But if you start hacking away with, say, a brush hook or a string trimmer or something, you're going to be cutting both good and bad at the same time. So I don't want to destroy the plants that I need. Now I can cut off, like say the tops here. You can see the top of that blackberry vine I cut off so I can get at it. That'll grow back. I'm not worried about that. But as I'm picking to expose more of them so I can get at them easier, what I also do is I carry just a basic pruners with me. Just, I can just nip off the branches however I need to. It's handy, it's in my pocket, and I can keep picking while I'm doing it. And the other thing that I do is I have, let's pause here a second. Wildlife alert. You can see the deer wandering through the back field there. I just mowed that field with the brush hog today, so maybe there's better eating grass there than was there before. So there'll probably be more come out. Oh, you can see the chickens are also out running around too. They're getting larger and very brazen in their recent days, so they're kind of wandering all over the farm for this evening time looking for stuff to eat. But back to our back to our black raspberry picking. You can use whatever container works for you. What I've just done is I've taken a plastic milk jug, cut the top off so I can still carry it by the handle, and I can just throw what I need right down into it. Don't have to worry about them falling out easily. And they're actually really easy to process. They don't keep long, so you got to do something with them right away. They degrade pretty quickly. That's why they're so expensive to buy in the store, because they have to be harvested quickly and used quickly. They're not like some other fruit that will keep a longer period of time. So what we basically do is we'll pick them, take them in the house, throw them in some water, wash them off good, and then we'll put them in a freezer bag and throw them in the freezer till we're ready to use them, whether we're going to use them for some kind of a sauce or for jam. Then they're there whenever we want to. Or maybe tomorrow my wife will take some for her lunch or something like that. But yeah, they are fairly perishable, so you can't keep them long. They also don't stay ripe very long. On the same stem here, you can see the green ones that haven't done anything yet. Then they turn, let's see if I can find one here. then they turn reddish like the red raspberries do, and then when they're fully ripe they turn this dark purple color, and then they start to deteriorate right after that. They either will get soggy looking and feeling, or they'll tend to shrivel up. So when they're ripe is when you have to get them, and you can't fool around for days and weeks and worry about them, or you'll miss them. And you can't just stick them in your refrigerator for a week and forget about them either, or you won't have much. So that's the drawback with them, but you have that fresh flavor then of black raspberries to use, and they are one of the earlier fruits in the summertime, at least where we live here. So I just wanted to share this with you, that this is what we're doing now. This is probably one of our first harvest activities for the summer, because none of the garden stuff is ready yet, and the fruit trees of course aren't. We don't have strawberries planted, or they would have come in before now, but we can always go to the farmer's market and get them. That's not a problem. So at any rate, it's black raspberry time, and later in the summer I'll show you the blackberries when they come in. It looks like we're going to have a good harvest of them as well this year. All right, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.